Hello, my friends, and welcome to another exciting episode of Hunting Rocks. As always, I am your hunting guide, Jeff, and behind me sits an open mine. No, I'm not going into it, sadly. I don't have the proper equipment with me, and I'm kind of out here by myself, so as bad as I want to go in there, that could be bad news. I'm definitely not like Clyde from, what is that, Abandoned and Forgotten Places. But anywho, let me show you what I'm going to be finding here today. I got a piece right here. As you can see, I've got peacock ore for pyrite, peacock pyrite, or peacock fool's gold. So let's get down to the area where I'm going to actually be looking for this. But I had to show you guys this mine because it's pretty cool and it's got a lot of water in it. They also had a gate up on it at one time, but it kind of looks like somebody cut down the gate. It was not me. Anywho, let's go find some peacock. There is so much life growing around this top of the mine, around the upper part of the mine, I should say, where the water's coming out. But let me get down here and I'll show you guys something cool too. Check it out, guys. There are still tracks laid that run from the mine and they run around here. Let me get over to where else they go. So they run through here. They run all the way over there. This is their old dumping pile. So I'm going to look up here a bit, then I'm going to make my way down to the area where I know it's at. Tool needed. I was told a sledgehammer, so I brought my big sledge. Let's see what we got. Well, the only thing I saw up here was a good way to break my leg, and since I am by myself, I decided that is not how I want to end all my trips. So let's go back down to the main digging area for this calico pyrite. Okay, my friends, we are down at the bottom here of whatever the heck this thing used to be. So you can see that's where the mine tracks came out of and all through here. But down here is where you'll find that pyrite. Now, I was told whenever you look for it, you want to look for rocks that have the pyrite showing on them. And when you do, you bust them. Here's a rock that I probably won't bust that has pyrite and some other minerals on it. So I'm going to take this one. That's pretty cool. Let's check along through here. And the stuff is super easy to find. You can see the pyrite sticking off of that right there. There's some calcity on that. There's a big old horn toad. I think that's horn toad. Maybe not. Hi, buddy. I'm not going to bother you. Just looking at your rocks. Apparently he's going to show me where a good one's at. But I'm going to look through here. We're going to find a piece. Then I'm going to bust it up and see what treasures are in it. Okay. This area looks okay. Let's go back and check the other side. I saw one over here that I thought about beating on. Now I can't find it. Ah, here it is. You see right there. It's got some of that chalcopyrite going on to it. Tell you what, let me set up my camera. I'll get my hammer and I'll show you guys me busting that. That was not English, I'm pretty sure. All right, gloves are on. Sledgehammer's ready. Let's see what happens. See how hard this stuff is. Ooh, it's got some oomph to it. Rock is cracked. See what we're getting. Nothing yet. Let's go ahead and pop it the rest of the way. There we go. Look at that. Look at that popped out. Would you look at that? Very nice. Oh, the whole bottom of this thing is covered. I didn't even flip that side over. Let's go ahead and give this a whack. See if I can't break it up some more. Those veins of pyrite, so you can see, hopefully it's still on camera. Let me check. Oh yeah, so you can see those veins of pyrite run all through there. Very cool. All right, I'm going to take a couple pieces of this. I'm going to walk around, see what else I can find. Here's some up close of those pyrite veins for you guys. Look at that, it's got like a copperish color to it also. Very pretty. That one needs some work, but I want that right there. All right, well, gonna load up, do some work, and I'll show you guys cool stuff when I find it. I promise. We found gold. It's fool's gold, but you know, hey, what do you expect for me to find? Look at that. That's beautiful. It does not take much looking out here to find it. Look at all of that through there. Here's my setup. Let's just keep looking. I'll find a real good one to work on. Well, I'm thinking about that one. That one looks good. Mostly we're just figuring out what we want to find first, or beat on. Nope, not there. It appears to be this darker material that I'm seeing, but it does show up very well whenever you see it. It just pops. Sadly, I lost the sun behind some clouds, but there's some of it right there. That's a big chunk of it that's just weathered. Take that with me, see if I can get that cleaned up. There's all sorts of cool mining equipment out here still too. Ooh, let's look on the back here. Now, safety precautions, of course. You're in the high desert. Watch out for rattlesnakes. Watch out for scorpions. Watch out for the Dalton gang to make sure you're not claim jumping. Look at the veins in that. That's cool. And open terrain. Can't think of the word. Watch out for cows. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, let's get back around up front. Let's bust up those couple I saw and see what kind of goodies we can get out of them. I could spend a month here. This place is so awesome. This might be my new favorite spot in Utah. Not even for rockhounding, just looking around for stuff. Okay, it's enough talking. Let's get to work. Good gravy, guys. The more I look at that, the more I gotta hit it with a hammer. Yep, that's my next victim. All right, Rock. It's nothing personal. Nice chunk of it right there. All right, I got it correct. Let's see. A little bit on that side. Most of it's over here. So I'm going to try to crack it through there without damaging too much of the pyrite. Ooh, I can smell the sulfur in that. That's super cool. All right, let's give it a crack there. There we go. Nice chunk just popped off. I'll get that cleaned up at home. That piece there, I'm going to have to use the hand tools to get off because I want to keep that. All right, you guys, I broke out my hand tools. Throw that in the bag. All right, so just using my pick there. Look at that. Look at that running through there. This is what I want. Let's see if I can get it. There's some of it. Finding the way this rock's going to break is very hard to do because it is just full of pyrite. I can't remember the last time I found a rock with this much pyrite. It has enough that every time I hit it, I can smell sulfur. Pyrite is high in sulfur. Oh my goodness. And I think I'm digging straight through pyrite. I might have to take this whole thing. It might be just be one big chunk of pyrite. If I could get a crack in the rock, that would be awesome. There we go. Whew. Yeah, there's pyrite veins all through there. They're not great ones, but the one I'm working on is pretty impressive. Let me flip the camera around here and show you. So as you can see right through there, and then down through over here. I guess I want to break off the bottom of this rock because I think all this up here is probably fool's gold, and I want to get that out. So let me break this, get this rock chipped up, and I'll show you once I'm done. Also, I found this crazy rock, which I can't tell if that's smoky quartz or if that's black tourmaline or what the heck's in there. Pretty cool. I'll take it home and get it cleaned up. Have I mentioned how much I love the state of Utah? Guys, you are so lucky to live out here. I love it. There we go, you guys, a much more manageable piece. You can see the pyrite all throughout it. It's got some of that peacock pyrite up on top. Cannot wait to get this home and cleaned up. This may get run through the saw so it can set like that. I don't know yet. We shall see. All right, let's keep looking. Look at that beautiful cube. You guys can see me back there. Oh my goodness. That's beautiful. All right, sorry. Let me get back to digging. These are the pieces I really like. Look at that. I didn't even have to work for that. I just had to pick it up. That's pretty. Okay. Mr. Lizard, thank you. That guy's been a big help. He's been hopping on rocks for me, pointing them out, and then he'll skip over to another rock. Just about every one that he's pointed out has been good. You're the tops, Mr. Lizard. Look at this right through here. And I got that cracked. Let me go get my small sledge. We're going to take this whole piece here. I brought the chisel in case I need it, but I should be able to do this one-handed for you guys while on camera. Yep, it was pretty much broken off. So a lot of this on the back. A lot of this on the back. I might chip away, but that's got some beautiful pyrite on it. Look at the pyrite on that piece right there. I'm almost full. I know these couple videos have been a little shorter than usual, but that's because I'm shooting multiple videos in a day. I'm going to get that out, you guys. That's coming out. I want that. It will be mine. I will name it Squishy, and it will be my Squishy. Look at all that chalcopyrite in there. Holy cow. I'm going to hit this rock. I may have to take this entire rock, and then I will be done. But look at the veins of it running through here. I didn't even see that. Look at that right there. Look at that. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. Guys, it's only day one of my trip. I'm gonna need a bigger truck. All right, guys, this one actually looks a little better in person than it does on camera here. Here we go. Nice little piece of the chalcopyrite that chipped off. And then I've got this piece here that needs cleaned up, but that is a vein of the pyrite sitting on the rock with other pyrite pieces in it. And I think that will do it for here. That will fill my bag. I don't want to take too much. I'm not greedy whenever I go out for this stuff. I fill my bag and I call it good. Now, if it's pay mine, yeah, I get real greedy. I'll fill a bucket or 12. But whenever it comes to stuff like this, I want to leave a little bit for everybody, because I'm looking at some great pieces here that I could go after, but I have enough for myself, enough for a display, and a few pieces to give away to friends. So I'm gonna load up my rocks here, and I think I still have time to go shoot another 1 or 2 videos. All right, guys, that is video 2. I'll finish this up whenever I get back home to St. Louis, which for me is going to be quite a few days. For you guys, it's going to be right about now. All right, my friends, I am back home from my western trip, and we're going to get into this pyrite right now. I've got a couple pieces that I want to cut on my saw, if they'll fit, and I got a couple pieces I want to show you guys that I think are pretty interesting, and you've seen them in the video from whenever I shot it, but let's take a look at them now. So we're going to start here with this first piece that I picked up. This is that weird black one that had all the quartz crystals in it, and I think I'm going to try to cut this in half because I want to see what it looks like inside. So let's get that on the saw. Let me take you to the other stuff and show you what it looks like. All right, we are loaded into the saw. See, it's that little black shiny stuff there that has me curious as to what the heck this is. So let's close that down, kick on the saw, and we'll be back to it later. All right, you guys, so here are some of my beautiful pyrite pieces. Let me spray down with water so it shines a little better for you, so you can see all through there. Got that chalcopyrite going on, and just tons and tons of amazing looking pyrite. I mean, look at that big pyrite cube right on top. Stuff is just phenomenal, and it was free to dig. Now, I did bring home a rather large piece, which is right there. My saw is down, but I've got a friend with a saw who can cut that, and I want to slab that up and see if I can get the pyrite veins out of it. As you can see, it's got some beautiful, beautiful showings on it right through there. Let me get this bucket out of the way. Let's get a little water on it. Really make those pop. A little dirty being in the back of my truck. But that was a phenomenal day. Now, those of you last week, I feel bad because I shot that green garnet on the road. I didn't have a chance to get it home and clean it up. But that is some of those green garnet pieces. You can see the green in them. So this is for you guys who like to see the full stuff. I'm sorry I wasn't able to do that, but like I said, I was in the middle of Utah and had to get a video out for this week. But yep, that is the green garnet all through there. It's beautiful stuff, free to dig, as well as the pyrite. They're pretty close to each other. But let's go check that other piece that's cut and see how it's looking. All right, it just got done cutting. No idea what it looks like. So let's take a look. Interesting. Very interesting. All right, let me get this out and cleaned up and we'll take a closer look. All right, you guys, there it is cut. And that is just full of pyrite. You can see it glisten. It's got all those quartz pieces. That is super pretty. Not sure what that is, but I bet it's probably pyrite. Anyhow, very awesome. Well, guys, that's the video for the week. Hope you enjoyed it. Hamilton hopes you enjoyed it. That was our hunt for pyrite in Utah. He's like, our hunt for pyrite, Dad, you were gone. But yeah, I was out west for a little over 2 weeks. Hamilton was a little sad I was gone. You going to take off? Not even going to talk to the people? No, he's kind of mad at me. But anyhow, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Hoping you to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, we'll see you next time we're on Hunting Rocks. Have a good one. Bye.